What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another brand new series. This is a new old game that actually came out back in 2015, I believe, and they've re-released it. So we have a 60 seconds reatomized version of the game. And we got some things that we can do in here, and you can see stuff opening up and blah blah blah. Yeah, we're actually gonna jump right into it. Let's see what we got. Tutorial 100% approved by the establishment. Challenge. Perfect your post-apocalyptic skills and unlock fancy rewards in these special challenging adventures. Most achievements disabled. Scavenge. Scavenge supplies from your house and make sure the fallout shelter is well stocked by the end of your run. No survival included. And then experience a one-of-a-kind post-apocalyptic adventure. Survive in your fallout shelter with randomly selected supplies. And then the full atomic experience. Scavenge around your house for supplies, then survive the post-apocalypse in your fallout shelter. So let's just start with the drill to begin with. And basically all they've done, they've revamped some of the artwork. They've added in a few extra little things here and there. And that's pretty much it. So I wanted to check this out because I remember this game from 4 years ago and watching it and thinking, this is actually a pretty cool idea. So learn about how to scavenge and survive in the event of a nuclear apocalypse. This tutorial is 100% approved by the establishment. Wonderful. Gas mask. Bad smell. Toxic fog. Just put on a gas mask and keep enjoying life. An atomic adventure awaits. Okay, so that's obviously something we're going to need to get. Welcome to your scavenge drill. Pay attention and you might just make it. Hold the grab control to skip my words, but every time you do, the reds will drop an extra nuke. I'll move to the yellow X. Good job. There might just be hope for you yet. Get those legs moving. Okay. One more time. You know the drill. Yeah, watch out for that. Not bad, but you better be in good shape. There's more where that came from. Okay, so we can get soup and water. Fun time's over. It's a matter of life and death now. Find your son Timmy ASAP. Timmy, where the hell are you? That's my wife. There's Timmy. Good thing you know the layout of your house. I bet you the Reds know it too. Can I slap my daughter for playing that stupid thing? Grab Timmy. Hey, Timmy. Gotcha. That's it. Consider taking other families too. I'm gonna take my wife. Find the highlighted soup can and grab it. Well, I'm gonna guess that it's over here. Nope. Screw that TV. Well, there's like 4 here. This one. Sustain a family of 4 for a day. Okay. Find the highlighted water bottle and grab it. Well, there was one over here. Nope. And the volume for me is quite loud, so I'm going to be turning it down for you guys. Oh, there it is. You will need it, trust me. Okay. That's enough water for now, but you've got yourself a problem, Buster. You can only carry so much, and every item weighs at least 1 slot, so you need to drop whatever you're carrying in the hatch before you can pick up more. Okay. So we go over here. Drop whatever you're carrying down in the shelter. Oh, cool. And then we can go around and we can pick up stuff. You got yourself a small stockpile of food, water, and even a little Timmy. Yay. Okay, find a radio and grab it. There. Is that not a radio? I guess it's not the right kind of radio. Let's see. Where the hell is this radio? That's apparently not a radio either. Well, what the hell? There's a radio. Hey, can you find your own? Can't find your own radio? Check the living room. I found it. Leave me alone. That's it. Nothing's more useful than news when the radio is the outside world. Cool. Okay. Something to get a few extra seconds before the siren sounds. Collect vitamins and drop them off in the shelter in time. Okay. Our incredibly advanced warning system gives you 60 seconds to scavenge what you need and get yourself to safety. Let's give it a try. Collect at least 5 more items and family members in the next 60 seconds and make sure you'll find yourself close to the shelter when the time is up. Okay. Come on. Oh, she takes up 3 slots. That's why that is. Okay. Okay. There, get that. Cool. Nope, can't do that. Well, we're doing good so far. Oh, and I can't, we have a lock. I don't know what the hell that's gonna do, but... There, we got a board game. There. Now you know how to get what you need to survive, but your training time is far from over. Okay. So you can actually grab a few extra things than I thought you could. I'll see you downstairs for survival. Okay. Kerpoof. Because we grabbed, there was a suitcase, we grabbed a flashlight, board game, a book. So I think all those things are going to help with like passing boredom and blah blah blah. So pretty cool. Yeah, see we got the board game there. Soup. We got water. Boy Scout book. See, yeah, that would probably come in handy. Okay, so what am I doing? Looking on this. You made it to the shelter, congratulations, but the drill's not over yet. You'll end up here with whatever and whoever you brought with you. Nothing else. You'll need to make the most of it. Next few days will teach you how to survive down here in a world while the world outside burns. Explore and interact with your surroundings. You can find useful things about your shelter and its inhabitants when your survival journal is not opened yet or hidden. First things first, we must ration food and water. If you don't wine and dine yourself and the folks you've brought with you, you can bet your bottom dollar none of you will ever see the light of day. Okay, again, as long as you have food and water available, ration it out to a given person by selecting the picture of a can or bottle under their portrait, or instantly ration out both by clicking on the character's image. Of course, you might save your supplies for later, but a normal person can only survive 4 days without water. As to food, the longer you deny your people rations, the weaker they get and might eventually get sick. Even if you manage to cure them, it will take you quite a few cans and a lot of time to replenish their strength. Okay, time to ration supplies. Really don't need to do that. Since it's your first day down here, you'll need to get used to your surroundings. Believe me, ventilation home can drive anyone nuts if you don't occupy yourself with something to do. Get some decent rest and we'll carry on tomorrow. Nighty night. Okay, so we're down here. Got a padlock. I don't know why we would need that. Ted, Mary Jane, Timmy, and Dolores. We got cards, checkers, 6 cans of soup, 4 bottles of water. Good morning, survivalists. Hopefully you slept well. Bed's comfy enough? No? Well, better get used to it since you'll be staying down here for a while. We'll start today's activity with rationing since you'll need to do it every day, but after that, we'll move on to something else. Got your attention? Good. Now listen, there is a risk you will run out of supplies eventually. Everything can be useful, but food and water are critical to your survival. If they're gone, You'll be gone sooner than you can say corn dog. So sometimes you will need to send people to the surface to bring more supplies. You do this by preparing an expedition a day before it actually departs. Be careful though, tired survivors can never be a part of an expedition. Today we will skip preparations and jump directly into sending someone brave outside. This morning has been calm enough for Ted, and he's doing well. Mary Jane is feeling safe. Who wouldn't in this coffin-sized shelter? Dolores is doing quite well, or she just can't find anything to complain about today. Timmy seems okay, as much as he can be in our current situation. Okay, so what if we do... We have enough food to do it. Yeah, sending people out in the wasteland is no walk in the park. Do it too early or without a gas mask, then you can bet it is a suicide mission for them. Sending healthy and well-fed people, sick, hurt, or crazed people, are more likely to perish out there. You can send one person at a time, and let's give it a try. This time you will need to send someone out, but if you ever want to skip a trip to the surface, don't select anyone. Who should go outside? Let's send Ted. Because hopefully he doesn't, die. Hey. This is a drill, so your explorer will come back after a little while, but in an event of a real apocalypse, they might be gone for a couple of days. In the meantime, you'll be faced with other problems that'll test you to the limits. I'm talking about making decisions that can break even the best of men's moral spine. We'll see what clay you're made of, but first, ration your food and water. We don't want anyone starving now, do we? Ted left for the surface. We'll hope he'll be back soon. There isn't anything new bothering Mary Jane. Should we go out? What to do? I'm an army man, so I don't know a second thing about imagination, but you could probably use yours now. Picture this scenario. You come across your kid's hamster who in some bizarre way found its way into the shelter. The kids are obviously going to love it, and so will you. There's nothing better than food that comes to you on its own. Now, it's up to you. Do you cook him? No, not yet. See, and I don't know what the mechanics are like for food and water, right? How long they get. The little furry guy can stay and fatten up. It'll make a bigger meal in a few days. And maybe your only source of food if you run out of cans. Mary Jane is feeling safe. Who wouldn't? Dolores is fine as well. In this tiny shelter. Nothing new to report on Timmy. Okay. There, we can do like that. Survive the atomic drill. Required to use equipment. However, sometimes you might find that you don't have one item that's supposed to save the day. Make sure you scavenge the right supplies before the blast. Keep in mind, every item can be used for something. What do you want to do today? Clean a rifle, listen to the radio, or maybe play Shadow Bunnies with your flashlight? See, I think maybe every other day. I honestly don't know. Okay, sounds like he came back. Oh, wow, he's carved up. Is that blood in there or is it soup? Oh, we have a first aid kit there. Did I grab anything for that? Oh, we even have a suitcase. Hey, the radio is critical to establishing communications with the U.S. Army, as well as for listening out for any trouble that might be headed your way. If you get lucky, maybe you'll catch some music too. Good news, everyone, the expedition is back. Sometimes they'll return with extra supplies, sometimes they won't, or other times they'll come back with a nasty injury, even radiation sickness. Believe me, you don't want to get those. I hear glowing in the dark isn't as fun as it sounds. This time your explorer was hurt, but they will recover after a proper use of first aid kit. You can use one during rationing. Oh, yay. Ted was hurt, Ted's stomach is rumbling, Mary Jane is safe. Today's fine for Dolores thus far, nothing new for Timmy. Okay. So he gets that. You can have that. And that. Hey, you need at least one alive adult to keep going. If you send your only survivor to the surface, you won't know what's happening in your bunker until they come back. And when they do, your shelter might already belong to someone else. A decent padlock might protect it, but not for long. This is a busy day. Take your time and get some sleep. If you made it this far, you're doing great and have a chance of getting out of this foxhole. Hopefully soon, but don't quote me on that. Alright, so he should be okay now. Day number 6. Okay, so first aid kit's been empty. First aid. Yep. We got a padlock, which is good. So a rifle would be good. So we'll have to look for a rifle, flashlight, suitcase. We had the Boy Scout book, which I think would probably come in handy for something. We've only just sent someone outside, but let's give it another go today, shall we? The first time you were only asked to pick one brave volunteer to save the day. This time you'll also get a chance to equip your explorer with some useful gear. Feed your troops, and I'll see you at the shelter entrance. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Mary Jane didn't cause any trouble today, and no trouble dared to cross her path. Okay. Timmy is good. Well, at least he was 5 minutes ago. Okay, we give him that and that. And then I think everybody else should be okay. Who should go outside? Okay, I see what's going on. Okay, anything can be useful outside. Some items improve scavengers' chance of survival. Notice you have a suitcase. That's handy. With the suitcase, your explorer can carry more. Go ahead, pick something. Cool. And I'm guessing you could probably trade soup or water, maybe, for something else. I don't know how exactly that works, but... Okay. Morning, people. You're probably asking yourself what's the point in sitting in this atomic shelter? Why don't I just leave? Well, leaving is a death sentence. If the radioactive sickness doesn't kill you, the giant scorpions will. You can trust me on that. Your one chance is our boys arriving to rescue you. So every good citizen needs to do one thing: seek contact with the U.S. military and await rescue. Timmy went out to the wasteland. We don't know what he'll do. What we'll do if he doesn't come back. He had that in that book. Ted is hungry again. Water is all Dolores wants, including Mary Jane. Is there any water left? Okay, so water for everybody. No, Ted's hungry. Water for Dolores and Mary Jane. Okay. Seems Ted's gonna be the one that eats all my food. No. Rescue ain't coming today, but we'll come get you eventually. You'll need to keep your radar operational and be ready to venture into the wastes. However, you also need to be careful. It might not be only our soldiers out there. There could be bandits or worse, commies. Just imagine what would happen if the Reds discover you. So let's agree to the rules for this drill. You only open this door if someone knocks 2 times. Am I clear? 2 knocks. Alright. Day number 8. Well, Timmy come back and he doesn't look any worse for wear. I don't know if he brought... Oh, he has an axe. I just realized that we got an axe. Hey, you'll need to remember that some days will be very intense. A lot of things will happen that you'll need to be prepared for. That's why any day that gives you a break is a blessing, and you'll need to make sure that make the most of it. Eat, drink, and relax while thinking about all those commie bastards who don't have any comfy bunkers like you. That thought always gets me through the day. We were so afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe with us now. The proud Ellison Hotel is completely destroyed. Piles and piles of luggage were lying between heaps. So he came back with 1 more luggage and 1 more book? Or just came back with the stuff he had, I don't know. Only a few rooms on the lower levels partially survived. Every room was stocked with water bottles for the guests. A few of them remained relatively untouched by the explosion, plus 1 water. Mostly destroyed, buried everything could be found on the floor, except for one very hairy and very dead lumberjack. He had an axe in his hand. Ted is hungry. Tim is very hungry. Okay. I think that's it. As long as you keep your shelter stocked and remain cautious, you should be okay. However, every choice you make may come back to bite you in the ass, even after a few days or weeks. Consider your options carefully. This is a drill, but if the nukes start dropping, we're a totally different story. Alright. Day number 9. I don't know how long this tutorial lasts. I'll go to day 10 and then I'll call the episode. And then the next episode, depending on how long the tutorial goes, we'll start a brand new game, basically. If I were you, I'd check the door. Our extraction team might be coming for you any day now, but be careful. This is a apocalyptic scenario, and you don't know what's coming. Timmy should eat something. Ted isn't hungry. Where's water when Ted needs it? There isn't anything new bothering Mary Jane. About Dolores, this is where it would have been written. So Timmy eats, and Ted water. I get that backwards. Yeah, Timmy eats. Hey, someone's at the door. You hear several knocks. If you listen closely, you can make out sequences of 3 knocks. Do you open the door? Yes. Because I got my axe. Day 10. Okay, and what happened? I know maths is hard, and I'm all for banding at schools, but seriously, how do you mistake 2 for 3? You were only opening up on 2 knocks. If this was real apocalypse, someone would probably be cooking your leg over a campfire, or worse, making you read marks. Timmy is very hungry. Some water for Timmy would be nice. Ted is no longer thirsty. Everyone has to drink. Mary Jane. So, Mary Jane, Dolores, and Timmy. We're running out. Shaking your head and notice there's a knocks broke your concentration. Was really hammering on the door and probably not taking no for an answer. 2 knocks. 2 knocks. The pattern keeps repeating. Do you open the door? Yes. Atomic drill. Achievement was unlocked. Good job. You're safe and sound with our brave soldiers and can now have some apple pie. You deserve it. We spent 11 days in our shelter. Atomic drill begins. Hotel raiders. Successfully passed the drill. You survived. Woohoo, look at us go, look at us go. Yeah, I figured they would probably go to day 10, but okay, so that is the game in a nutshell. You guys let me know what you think down below in the comments, and if you want me to make this into somewhat of a series, because I don't know exactly how long, and I think the survival aspect is like survive as long as you can, and I'm not sure if anybody ever actually comes to get you, or if you can just try to survive like indefinitely. But if you know the answer to that, put it down below, and if you want to see some more, make sure you do that as well. And thank you everybody for the love and support, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.